Sportsmanship is at the core of competition, and the NWAC guys are not afraid of swearing and derogatory remarks directed at the student athletes, officials, and other fans. Failure to adhere to this responsibility will be cause for removal. Now let's meet the teams. On court one, first, the Chemeketa Storm. Number 1, Tori Bennett. Number 2, Morgan Bolger. Number 4, Emily Weber. Number 5, Kiana Yokoi. Number 6, Destiny Funrich. Number 7, Emily DeBoer. Number 8, Madison Ross. Number 9, Haley Patterson. Number 10, Tasia Jones. Number 11, Ayala Oxy. Number 12, Rebecca Mirasol. Number 14, Allison McDonald. And number 15, Molly Warner. The Storm is coached by head coach Tracy Stevenson and assisted by Adam Ellis, Kayla Piper, and Blake Nelson. And now for the Blue Mountain Timberwolves. Number 2, Kylie Chavez. Number 3, Angelin Freeman. Number 4, Maya Perez. Number 5, Kaylee Butler. Number 6, Brooke Omega. Number 7, Carly Cantu. Number 9, Deanna Scott. Number 10, Bailey Tillotson. Number 11, Kristen Hewlett. Number 12, Kristen Williams. Number 14, Jordan Mix. And number 15, Shelby Schreier. The Timberwolves are coached by head coach Jessica Humphreys and assisted by Lindsay Collins. The officials on court 1 are Paul Carter and Paul Jensen. And now for court 2. First, North Idaho Cardinals. Number 1, Zoe Meehan. Number 2, Alyssa Maybe. Number 3, Caitlin Christensen. Number 5, Kelsey Burns. Number 6, Wednesday Lynn. Number 7, Helen Hess. Number 8, Hannah Struck. Number 9, Rachel Lessikoff. Number 10, Shelby Johnson. Number 11, Irene Mayfield. Number 12, Zoya Basardi. Number 13, Julie Stafford. Number 14, Brooke Bell. And number 31, Brittany Gay. The Cardinals are coached by head coach Kelsey Stanley and assisted by Rita Forsythe and Robin Reese. And now for the Linden Roadrunners. Number 1, Olivia Sands. Number 2, Sarah Flanker. Number 3, Montana Newberg. Number 4, Alexandra Burley. Number 5, Kylie Williams. Number 6, Zahiba Okosu. Number 7, Caitlin Allen. Number 8, Chase Coleman. Number 9, Melinda Willis. Number 10, Sydney Amundsen. Number 14, Elizabeth Bershinko. Number 15, Haley Rodriguez. The Roadrunners are coached by head coach Jamie Frazier and assisted by Jeff White, Josh Garrett, and Jessica Morrison. The officials on court 2, Cheryl Yoder and Dee Castro. Let's play ball.
So a big welcome back to the Greater Tacoma Convention Center as day 2 of A bracket play continues. Over here on court 1, we are going to have the Blue Mountain Timberwolves and the Chemeketa Storm. On the other side, court 2, we'll have the North Idaho Cardinals and the Lynn Benton Roadrunners. These are the other 4 teams still remaining in A bracket play. We'll have B bracket for you play later, but until then, I'm Wes Tucker, and I'll be keeping you company on court 1 for now, as we're getting set for the last A bracket game until a broadcast around 7 o'clock tonight. We're a little delayed in schedule due to the last game on court 2 lasting a little bit longer than we anticipated. A great game, though. Clark Penguins ended up losing in 5 sets to the Walla Walla Warriors. A final score in that 5th set of 15-13. So down to the wire over there in court 2. And now we come back over to court 1, where the 4-time champions, Blue Mountain Timberwolves, will be taking on the Chemeketa Storm. Going to be a great one over here. And now we're just awaiting the okay from the officials to get started. Again, both courts are live. Napoleon Dunn doing the broadcasting over there. If you get tired of listening to me, he's a fun one to listen to as well. And we're set, and it's going to be Chavez back starting to serve for the Wolves. And we're ready for NWAC volleyball. Set up now. And that one has to be bumped over by Bennett, the libero. And the attack there from Schreier. And Perez keeps it over inside Storm territory. Set up now at the net. Opportunity there. Waiting for it on the bump was Wedlick. And right on the edge. Can credit that one to Lomisha of the Timberwolves. So a 1-0 lead early here in the first set for the Timberwolves. Now set up at the net, opportunity knocking, and therefore it is Vreeland, the libero. And putting it across there is Uhlenkoltz, and that's going to fall. That hit coming from Tia Jones. And we're tied at 1 apiece. And coming back now to serve for Chemeketa, it's going to be Madison Ross. Ross serve up, Vreeland with the bump. And Perez is wide. So Chemeketa with a 2-1 lead now. So back to serve once again is going to be Ross. Perez with the set, again by Chavez. And this one set backwards, and they're going to have to bump it over. The libero, Bennett, they're waiting for it. Chavez and Perez from the outside. It's going to fall. So 2-2 now the score. And now it'll be Maya Perez to do the serving for the Timberwolves. Winner of this game will be taking on the winner of the North Idaho Lynn Benton game later tonight. And that point's going to go to Timberwolves. Ball hit the out-of-bounds marker on the net. And we'll have another A-bracket game for you tonight. It's going to be the Lower Columbia College Red Devils. And they are going to be taking on the Walla Walla Warriors tonight around 7 o'clock. Again, we are all in disarray with the schedule here. So we appreciate your patience with us. And now from the outside, and saves that one from going out of bounds is Vreeland. So a point will go to the Storm. That may have landed out of bounds. At least it looked like it from up here. But now we'll never know. And back to serve is Jones. Set up now by Chavez. And this is going to have to be bumped over by Perez. Bennett waiting for the bump. Set up at the net. And waiting for it again. And that one is going to need to be bumped over. Great job by Bennett getting back into the secondary. Another attack. And that one will fall. What a volley there, and we're tied at 4 apiece. On some fantastic defense from both sides here. And now the Blue Mountain libero Vreeland will go back to serve. Bennett on an awkward bump there. Jones able to get to it, and having to put it over is Patterson. Williams on the attack. And that one falls between Vreeland and Perez. 5-4 now in favor of the Storm, and Bennett back to serve. Set up now at the net. Having to put it over. Vreeland with the set. Double set up. And a great block at the net. And a point for Chemeketa. Credit Oxy on the block there. And putting it down for another point is Haley Patterson. So a 7-4 lead for Chemeketa. Perez on the bump. Chavez another. And putting it across that time is Mix. And a good kill from the outside again is going to be Patterson. Bennett to serve. Vreeland, and no one can save this one. So 9-4 the lead now. Bennett back to serve again on a 3-point run behind the line. And that one falls, and a timeout is going to be taken by the Timberwolves. And we'd like to take this time to remind you that today's contest is brought to you by Lynn Benton College. Prepare for an inspired future at Lynn Benton Community College in Albany, Oregon. You get personalized support, small classes, and you save money. Train for a job, get your bachelor's degree, or check out the degree partnership program with OSU. LBCC Inspired.
I'm Rick Harris from West Central Community Center. I'm the Recreation and Facility Manager. As a young kid, I played a lot of baseball, and sometimes things don't happen as you wish, and I had some devastating injuries, but I think I found my true niche in life. It gives me chills to hear some of the stories that, oh, wow, we really made a difference in that kid's life. What I love about STCU is they believe in what we do in this community. That's about helping the kids grow. That's where I get my high in life. STCU, here for good.
Today's action also brought to you by the U.S. Army. Looking for a challenge? Push yourself further. It begins when you enlist as a soldier in the U.S. Army. You'll be trained in one of more than 150 career fields and could even earn money for college if you qualify. To find out more, visit your local Army recruiter or log on to goarmy.com. So back now at the convention center, Bennett up over the net. Bumped up by Mix, and they aren't going to be able to save that one. So right out of the timeout taken by Blue Mountain, a point is scored against them. A 7-point lead. And Mix handled nicely in the back by Madison Ross. And that one won't clear, so a point for the Timberwolves, and going back to serve now is going to be Lomisha. Ross on the set, and Oxy is blocked by Williams. Lomisha to serve once more. Jones on the set. And that one barely getting over, and no one can get to that one. Vreeland gave it her best effort. The score now 12-6. And we have a substitution coming in. Emily Woodlick coming in now, and she'll do the serving for Chemeketa. And Williams handled nicely up front by Oxy. Williams with some good defense there, putting it back in Chemeketa's hands. Chavez on the set, and Williams comes away with that one. Now a 12-7 game early in set one. Score 13-6 in favor of the Roadrunners over there in set one. And that one bumped awkwardly toward the bleachers. They're able to salvage it. Nick sets it, set up again, and Williams cannot be handled as she finds the corner. 12-8 now on the kill from Williams. And Oxy taps that one over Perez's head. Now a 13-8 game. And coming back to serve now for the Storm is going to be Destiny Fandrick. Set up now by Chavez. Perez handled nicely in the back there by Wedlick. And Jones, a great block at the net from Kristen Williams. And now Kristen Williams back to serve. Very high serve from Williams. Jones on the outside. They're waiting for it. And Perez back into the hands of Bennett. That one's set over. Trying to get something that time with Schreier. And that one can't quite be handled in the back by Williams. And it's going to go a 14-9 score now. And it'll be Oxy back to serve. Serve up and over the net. Waiting for it that time is Cantu. And just wide off the hand of Jones. Out of bounds. 14-10 now the score. And now it'll be Chavez to serve. Set up at the net by Ross. And that's going to be a double touch on Schreier. So 15-10 the score. And Ross with the serve. Vreeland waiting for it. Now Chavez. Set up by Ross again. And Patterson runs into some resistance up at the net. Jones. Vreeland. Chavez sets it over. Bennett waiting for it. Set up again by Chavez. Perez on the outside finds a way to put it down. So after a long volley, a point will go to the Timberwolves, and now it'll be Maya Perez back to serve. Set up by Ross. Jones coming in. They're waiting for it as Chavez. Vreeland on the bump, and putting that one over. Bennett on the bump again. Patterson saved by Chavez. Vreeland on the bump, and Mix. Nothing happening that time. Mix on the bump, set up again by Chavez, and putting that one back across was Lomisha. Vreeland, Chavez again, and Mix. My goodness, what a volley here. Vreeland on the bump again. Lomisha out of bounds. Hits the marker on the net. But boy, did that point take a fight to get. And now Jones heading back to serve. Set up by Chavez. And a great block at the net. Can credit that one to Molly Warrener. And Jones to serve again. Score 17-11. And Warrener back into the hands of Perez. And now Mix can't clear the net. So 18-11, the score stands now. And Jones back to do it again. And letting that one sail out of bounds is Vreeland. So 18-12 now the score. And coming back in is Kristen Williams. She'll take the place of Shelby Schreier on the Blue Mountain half of the court. Vreeland, now Jones. And good work there in the secondary by Chavez. Bennett. And Patterson's handled nicely. And Perez across. Saved by Ross and Jones. Just wide. Blue Mountain closing the gap a bit now, 18-13. Vreeland on the serve again. Waiting for it to Bennett. Set up by Ross. And Patterson runs into resistance again. Chavez, Vreeland, and now Lomisha. And Patterson puts it away. 19-13 now after that volley. And now Bennett back to serve again for the Storm. Serve up over Chavez on the set. Lomisha on the attack is dug out nicely by Bennett. And just wide. That point's going to go to Blue Mountain. So a 6-point differential here late in set one. The Storm 1 point away from the 20-point threshold. Lomisha on the serve. Jones, Ross, and Oxy. Good defense there from the Wolves. And it's going to fall off the block of Williams. So 20-14 now the score. As 5 points separates the Storm from the first set. And coming back to serve now is going to be Wedlick. And in the middle of no man's land, Madison Ross finds a place to put her down. So 21-14, a 7-point differential. And Wedlick will go back to serve again. Perez, Chavez, and Williams wide. 22-14. And a timeout is going to be called by the Wolves. So we'll step away, but we'll be right back with more on the NWAC Sports Network after this.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you, for them, Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
And welcoming you back, we'd like to remind you that today's action brought to you by the NWAC. Fans, be sure to check out the NWAC on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram for all the latest NWAC news. Also, visit nwacsports.org for the most recent information on schedules, scores, stats, and more. And back now, 22-14 the score, an 8-point lead for Chemeketa. And Wedlick still back behind the line to do the serving. And we're ready to go now. Perez on the bump, set up at the net by Chavez. And Mix finds a way to put her down off the touch of Jones. So 22-15 now. Still a long ladder to climb here if you're Blue Mountain. Jones on the bump, set up by Ross. Oxy dug out by Mix. And now Perez on the outside. Great defense there. And Williams burns him on the attack. 22-16 now. Jones on the bump. Ross setting at the net again. And that point is going to go to the Wolves as it was touched twice by Ross close to the net. Jones with the bump. Ross again with it. And this time on the outside. Able to keep it in play. Perez across the net. And that point is going to go to the Storm. 23-17 now. As coming back to serve now for Chemeketa is Destiny Fandrick. And Fandrick gives the point right back. So 23-18. And it'll be Kristen Williams to do the serving. Bennett. And Perez is saved there by Wedlick. Chavez Another great save by Wedlick. And goes out of bounds on a touch by Kristen Williams. So 24-18, set point number 1 for Chemeketa. And it'll be Oxy back to serve. And no one can save that. Set number 1 goes to Chemeketa by a final score of 25-18. So we'll step away, but we'll have set number 2 when we come back right after this.
People often ask, what is it you do? I'm an Idaho Army National Guard soldier. But then again, it's not that simple. You see, I'm more than a weekend warrior. It's a continuous effort every day. Yeah, there's extremely long hours, but it's worth it. I love my job. It's like anything else. My profession is whatever I want to make of it. I get to do the incredible things most people dream of. The men and women I serve with are dedicated to being a premier force. It's amazing when you see my entire unit work together. When push comes to shove and we receive that order, we put steel on target. I'm always ready to be called upon to serve our nation. But in the meantime, I train.
Present. Oh.
I serve and protect my neighbors while defending their right to freedom. I'm an Idaho community asset that stands among our citizens. The boundaries I once thought I had are continuously tested and broadened. So there you have it. People will not always know who I am or what I do. But that's alright, because I do.
Welcoming you back to the Convention Center. A good game going on court number 2 over there. Score 24-21, Lynn Benton in the first set on a very questionable boundary call on the last one. And we heard the Convention Center light up with both roars and boos. So it'll be interesting to see what will happen over there again. Napoleon Dunn with the call on court 2. And we welcome you back to court 1 now. The game between the Storm and the Timberwolves. Chemeketa Storm leading 1-0 here. And they're set to start us off. And doing the serving is going to be Madison Ross for the Storm. Vreeland on the bump. Perez. And going to be put right into the net by Lamisha. Couldn't quite clear it that time. And a quick 1-0 for the Storm. It'll send Ross back again. And that time wide. A service error from Ross, and we're tied at 1. And that'll send Maya Perez to serve. Jones on the bump, set up at the net by Ross. And Jones with the attack and the kill. Trading points back and forth so far here in set number 2. Jones now to serve. And that one down, courtesy of Schreier. And so Vreeland will be doing the serving now for Blue Mountain. Setting it up is Ross, and Patterson is dug out by Perez, and Lamisha finds the blue. So the attack from Lamisha, and now we have a 3-2 game. Vreeland again to serve. Bumped again by Ross. Patterson, good defense from Williams. And the block from Kristen Williams. Again, having a fantastic game. We got a chance to talk to her yesterday during a Court 1 broadcast. Truly stoked to be playing in the championships again her sophomore year. As that one, a quick touch and goes out of bounds. 4-3 now in favor of the Wolves. Perez puts it across. Bennett waiting for it. Set up by Ross. And Patterson with the kill. Now all tied up at 4. And Mix coming up. And that one bumped way to the side, and Jones has to slap it over. Vreeland on the dig. And Williams gets the touch out of bounds off of Oxy. So a 5-4 lead now for the Wolves. Ross on the set. Jones on the attack. And Mix. Another touch off of Patterson. And now a 2-point lead for the Wolves. And Lamisha back serving now. Bennett on the bump. Set up again by Ross. Patterson. And now Williams on the kill. So a 7-4 lead now. 3 points separating. And now Lamisha with the unforced service error. So 7-5 now, a 2-point lead. And over on court 1, the Lynn Benton Roadrunners win set number 1. They're about to start number 2 over there. Serve up and over from Wedlick. And Mix. Dug out nicely by Bennett. Perez. Set up by Chavez. And Williams. A point goes to Chemeketa. No touch there. So 7-6 the score. Wedlick serve. Perez. Vreeland. And Perez across. Set over Vreeland. And Perez has to bump it over again. And Oxy puts that one down. We're tied at 7-all. Here in set number 2. Quick dig over there. Set up at the net. And that point will go to Chemeketa. It was touched twice up at the net from Cantu. Wedlick on a 3-point run from behind the line. Perez, Chavez, and Williams off the block gets a point for Blue Mountain. Tied at 8. Up and over, and a botched bump over there from Bennett and Jones gives Blue Mountain a 1-point lead. Jones on the bump, set up by Ross. Oxy runs into some resistance in the form of Kristen Williams. And Williams has it blocked and down. 9-9. And back now serving again is going to be Fondrick. Chavez can't save it. A point for the Storm. Tullison now coming in. And she will replace Jordan Mix. Set up by Chavez. And Perez waiting for that one. And finding the edge is Madison Ross. So an 11-9 lead for the Storm. And Williams. Good touch there by Fondrick, and it's going to go out of bounds off a touch, and another point for the Storm, now leading 12-9. Fondrick to serve. Cantu on the bump. And Perez runs into resistance. And that one's set over by Chavez. And Williams finds the edge. One consistent player all throughout these past couple of games, and that has been Kristen Williams. 12-10 the score, a slim 2-point margin for Chemeketa. That one skips the net. Service ace for Buckner and the Timberwolves. (12-11) the score now. And Jones with the kill. (13-11), and it'll be Oxy set to serve. Oxy over the net, waiting for it that time. And Perez. It falls. So 13-12. And now it'll be Chavez going back to serve. And that serve out of bounds. So another service error and another point to the Storm. Serve up and over. And now a 3-point lead, 15-12 for Chemeketa. And a timeout is going to be called. And we'd like to take this time to remind you that today's game is brought to you by Olympic College. Olympic College is nationally recognized by the Aspen Institute as a 2015 Top 10 community college because our programs help students earn good-paying jobs. Get busy learning at olympic.edu.
I remember the moment clearly.
I'll never forget that moment.
As long as I live.
I realized at that moment, when we first saw the damage, these people really needed us. And I was going to make a difference, right here in my community. Together with local responders, we cleared trees and collapsed walls. We had to get to the family trapped beneath. As a citizen soldier, I made a difference.
Be there for your community at NationalGuard.com.
Today's game also brought to you by Pierce College, celebrating 50 years of possibilities realized. Pierce College is here to guide you to student success. With more than 60 programs of study at Pierce College, there's a fit for you, your life, and your schedule. including short-term certificate programs, transfer degrees, and even baccalaureate degrees. Pierce provides flexible degree options to help you on your path, and your path is clear at Pierce College. So back now at the court, a 15-12 lead for the Storm. We have a 1-0 lead already. And serve up and over. Set now by Chavez and Perez. Dug out by Bennett. Another opportunity here for Perez. Bennett waiting for it again. And Patterson's wide. So 15-13 now the score. Perez on the serve. Bumped up by Ferran. Waiting for it in the back again is Fandrick. And Jones runs into some resistance. Set up by Ross and Jones. Now Perez. Bennett on the dig. And Patterson finally puts it down off a touch. So now 16-13 in favor of the Storm. And Jones back to serve. And a botched set by Vreeland gives another point to the Storm. 17-13 now, a 4-point lead. And Lamisha handled well by Bennett. That one's set over. Vreeland has to bump it. Set up by Chavez. And now Schreier has that one going out of bounds off the touch by Bennett. So a point will go to the Timberwolves. 17-14 now. Set up opportunity here, and that one down off the block from Lamisha. So 18-14 now. And now the Chemeketa libero, Tori Bennett, is serving. And Patterson set by Perez and pushed over by Lamisha. And that one again off the touch, this time by Lamisha. The hit, however, coming from Ross. 19-14. And Patterson gives Perez something she can't handle. And now 20-14, and the timeout will be called by the Wolves. So we'll step away again. 20-14 the score on the NWAC network.
The challenges facing the country never stop. So neither does the U.S. Army. We train, adapt, and get smarter. Every soldier, every unit, every day. Not to keep up with change, but to drive it. Nobody knows what problems tomorrow will bring, but we do know who will solve them.
I'm Rick Harris from West Central Community Center. I'm the Recreation and Facility Manager. As a young kid, I played a lot of baseball, and sometimes things don't happen as you wish, and I had some devastating injuries, but I think I found my true niche in life. It gives me chills to hear some of the stories that, oh, wow, we really made a difference in that kid's life. What I love about STCU is they believe in what we do in this community. That's about helping the kids grow. That's where I get my high in life. STCU, here for good.
So 1 second left in the timeout. We're ready to get back to the action. A 20-14 lead for Chemeketa, looking to extend their overall lead to 2-0. As Lamisha way out of bounds with that one. And a good start here for the Storm, leading now 21-14. And Bennett now back to serve. Vreeland on the bump, set up by Chavez, and Williams handled nicely in the back by Jones. And that one off the touch of Ross will go down, so a point for the Timberwolves here. And now Lomisha will go back to serve. Up and over and way out of bounds. So a service error from Lomisha, and now a 22-15 lead for the Storm. Over on court two, the Roadrunners have a 13-9 lead in set two, already up 1-0. And that one cannot be saved by Chavez. So a little bit of a botched bump back there by Vreeland. Now 23-15 is your score. And back serving again is Wedlick. And that one just able to get back across. Set up now for Oxy. And that one's going to roll on the net. So a bit of rotten luck there as it rolls out of bounds. 23-15. And now it'll be Mix back to serve. Jones on the bump. Set by Ross. On the outside, waiting for it is Vreeland. And now Perez hits the out-of-bounds marker on the net. So set point number one now for Chemeketa. Just out of bounds. So 24-17 now the score. Fandrick served just a little too much power behind it. And coming back to serve now is going to be Kaylee Buckner for the Timberwolves. Bennett on the bump. Fandrick and Jones again. Set now by Chavez. Waiting for it is Fandrick. Set by Ross. Jones! Mix handles that one. And now another opportunity for Perez. Jones waiting for it again. Set by Ross, and Oxy is going to win the point off the block. So the final score of this set, 25-17. Chemeketa sitting admirably with 2-set lead here. We'll step away, but before we do, we'd like to remind you today's game brought to you by Lynn Benton Community College. Prepare for the future, an inspired future, at Lynn Benton Community College in Albany, Oregon. You get personalized support, small classes, and you save money. Train for a job, earn short-term certificates, and even baccalaureate degrees. Pierce provides flexible degree options to help you on your path, and your path is clear at Lynn Benton Community College.
LCC has definitely prepared me to transfer to Oregon State because it's helped me with my study skills. I'm a much harder worker than I was in high school.
I had a great support base by the staff, and I've made some great friends that I think I'll carry on with my life.
I've definitely loved my classes. I've learned a lot. It's been a healthy environment.
Don't be afraid to branch out. The people here are awesome. I'm going to be in it for a while, but down the road I'll be finishing up and be ready to join the workforce.
I'm Rick Harris from West Central Community Center. I'm the Recreation and Facility Manager. As a young kid, I played a lot of baseball, and sometimes things don't happen as you wish, and I had some devastating injuries, but I think I found my true niche in life. It gives me chills to hear some of the stories that, oh, wow, we really made a difference in that kid's life. What I love about STCU is they believe in what we do in this community. It's about helping the kids grow. That's where I get my high in life. STCU, here for good.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you, for them, Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
Today's game also brought to you by the U.S. Army. Looking for a challenge? Push yourself further. It begins when you enlist as a soldier in the U.S. Army. You'll be trained in one of more than 150 career fields and could even earn money for college if you qualify. To find out more, visit your local Army recruiter or log on to goarmy.com. So 2-set lead now for the Chemeketa Storm, and the 4-time champion Blue Mountain Timberwolves look to be in a little bit of trouble here. Again, Blue Mountain has not lost this tournament since 2011. So we're looking at a potential B bracket run from them. Lynn Benton over there now leading 20-12 in their second set, about to go 2-0 over the North Idaho Cardinals. And it's going to be Chavez doing the serving for Blue Mountain to start out. Set up now at the net by Ross. Jones, dug out by Perez. Ross again at the net. Jones, Vreeland, Chavez, and Perez. Handled again by Fandrick. And it stays up. Vreeland on the bump. And now waiting for it again is Fandrick set over, trying to catch him off guard. Vreeland able to move over, and finally it falls on some miscommunication from Blue Mountain. 1-0 Chemeketa here in set number 3. And it'll be Ross now to serve. Perez, Chavez, and this one can't be crossed over. So a 2-0 lead here early in set number 1 for Chemeketa. Ross again. Vreeland on the bump. Set up by Chavez. Perez off the block of Jones. So the T-Wolves on the board. And now it'll be Maya Perez going back to serve for Blue Mountain. As Lynn Benton now 23-14 on the other court against North Idaho Cardinals. Bennett on the bump. And Patterson back over to Vreeland. Bennett, Ross, and Jones. It falls. So 3-1 now in favor of the Storm. And now a set point over on court number 2. Set up again. And this time, courtesy of Schreier. A point for the Wolves. 3-2. And now it's going to be Vreeland. Dug out. And that one just off the hand of the libero. And Tillotson actually acting as a libero now. Four to 2. And Bennett back to serve. Tillotson. And Williams comes in clutch. 4-3. As this set is going to be close as well. The Roadrunners just claimed their second set over there, leading 2-0 over the North Idaho Cardinals. Winner of that game, which, look, at this point looks to be Lynn Benton, will be playing the winner of this game, which at this point looks to be Chemeketa. And the losers of these games will play a little bit later. Wedlick back to serve now, a 5-point lead for the Storm. And Williams. It was carried by Oxy. So now a 5-4 lead. As now coming back in is Vreeland. She'll be replacing Jordan Mix. Waiting for it there, Wedlick. And Oxy dug out by Tullitson. And Perez over to Bennett. And Jones right down the pipe there. Now a 6-4 lead for the Wolves. And Fandrick now back to serve. Just skipping over the net. Therefore it was Cantu. Williams gives Fandrick something she can't handle. Now 6-5, very close so far here in set number 3. And going back to serve now is going to be Buckner. Bennett, Ross, and off the block of Perez. Credit that one to Oxy. 7-5 lead now for the Storm. And now Oxy will come back to serve. Couple of subs coming in for the Wolves. And a great block up front by Jones. Fantastic work there, and extends the lead to 3. Oxy back again. Cantu, Perez, and Cantu has to bump it over. And Jones off the outstretched hand of Tullitson. A 9-5 lead now. So Oxy back again. And Perez off the block. The block of Warrener that time. So a 9-6 lead. Jones has 32 attacks today for the Storm. 9 kills. She also has 3 attack errors. And Warrener. Tullitson waiting for it. And just wide that time from Jones. And now Chavez to serve. Chavez serve. Set up at the net by Ross, and Warrener over to Perez. And credit that one to Schreier. Now a 9-8 game. Wedlick, Ross, and Jones. They're waiting for it that time. Vreeland. And this time, no one can get to it. A good hit from Schreier. And we're tied now at 9 apiece. And just out of bounds, service error, and a point to the Storm. So it'll be Ross going back to serve now for the Storm with a 1-point lead. Ross over the net, waiting for it is Tullitson. Set up now by Chavez. And off the block of Jones, we're tied at 10 now. So Perez back to serve. And a service error from Perez. And the Storm regains the lead 11-10. Jones now back to serve. And out of bounds. Again, giving points right back. And Tillotson will serve. Set up by Ross. And finding the corner that time. And a great point there for the Storm. Again, Fandrick on that one. And a quality block by Oxy. And now Bennett to serve. Set moving very quickly. Set up by Chavez. And out of bounds off the hand of Kristen Williams. So a 14-11 game now. And Bennett once again. And that one sails out. So a service error. 14-12 to score. And back serving now is Cantu. Set up by Ross. And Patterson putting it over his mix. Bennett waiting for it. Now Ross, and Patterson again tries to set it this time. And off the block of Fandrick that time, a 14-13 game. And Cantu to serve. Very high service. Ace for Cantu. Talk about one that's hard to judge. Hitting the line itself. Fantastic serve from Cantu. Set up. Cantu with the set. Again by Chavez. And Williams runs into resistance. Now Mix with the opportunity. Blocked by Patterson. And Patterson with the block. And so a timeout is going to be called, and we'll step away for a second. The score 15-14 in a riveting set number 3. We'll be right back.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you, for them, Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
There is no obstacle an engineer can't tackle, build around, or blow up. Skilled and versatile, these soldiers pave the way, building fortifications, detecting and destroying mines, or restoring electricity after a natural disaster. Nothing stands in the way of a Guard engineer.
So back now at the Convention Center, a 15-14 lead for the Storm. And it'll be Wedlick going back to serve now for Chemeketa. Just awaiting the okay from the officials now. A 7-7 tie over there in set number 3. Lynn Benton with a 2-0 lead on court 2. That game again being broadcast by Napoleon Dunn. Set up now at the net. And Mix with the opportunity. Not enough power behind it. Ross with the set. And Oxy. And Jones with the attempt there. Nothing going. A 15-15 tie. Cardinals have taken a 9-7 lead over the Roadrunners in set number 3 on court 2. Bennett on the bump, set up by Ross. Outside, it's Oxy, and it falls. So 16-15, Storm with the lead. And back now to serve will be Fandrick. Vreeland on the bump. And Perez with the attack. Jones on that one. Set up by Ross. And that one is saved by Vreeland. And Jones saved by Cantu. Ross again. And Oxy. Fandrick out of bounds. We're tied at 16. So a back and forth set here on court one. Set up by Ross. Oxy finds the corner. Good kill on the outside from Oxy. And now a 17-16 lead. And now Oxy to serve. And that one can't be handled in the back by Oxy. That hit coming from Schreier. Now 17 all. Chavez to serve. Set up at the net. And Jones finding the corner. 18-17 on the kill from Jones. And it'll be Ross now back to serve for Chemeketa. Tillotson, Chavez, and Perez handled by Bennett. And Perez is saved on the other side. And Perez finds the edge. 18 all. (11 to 8) over on court two still. In favor of the Cardinals at this moment. Perez on the serve. Set up now by Ross. And that point's going to go to the Wolves. They lead 19-18. Cardinals extending their lead from 3 to 4. A 12-8 score on court two. Patterson. A box set by Mix, and we're tied at 19 now. And it'll be Jones back to serve. Good block at the net, and touch twice on the side of the Wolves. So Chemeketa takes a 1-point lead, and they cross the 20-point line first. Tillotson, Chavez, and Mix waiting for it is Bennett. Set up by Ross. And Patterson just on the edge. And a timeout will be called. The score 21-19 in favor of the Storm. So we'll step away. We'll be right back after this.
Determination.
Belief.
strength, perseverance, confidence, passion, dreams, focus, resilience, drive, power, will. Don't forget to breathe.
And back now at the court, a 21-19 lead, and Tasha Jones will do the serving for the Storm. Up over. Perez on the bump. Bennett set up by Ross, and now Patterson right into the hands of Chavez. Mix puts it across. Set up again by Ross, and Patterson again. Waiting for it this time, Tullitson able to get to it. Perez waiting for it. And Mix on the outside finds the edge, 21-20. Cardinals holding on to a 1-point lead, 13-12 in set number 3 on court 2. Set up now at the net. Fandrick, Tullitson, Chavez. And can't be saved. We're tied at 21 apiece. And now Tullitson the serve. Bennett set up by Ross. Patterson right to Chavez. And Blue Mountain takes the lead. 22-21. And a timeout will be called. And we'll go to commercial again, but we'll be right back with more on the NWAC Sports Network.
As certified jumpers, divers, and survival experts, Special Forces are dropped behind enemy lines to train foreign fighters, carry out covert missions, or prevent future conflicts. These soldiers live for the challenge, highly trained and highly intelligent. Special Forces soldiers are the best of the best.
I'm Rick Harris from West Central Community Center. I'm the Recreation and Facility Manager. As a young kid, I played a lot of baseball, and sometimes things don't happen as you wish, and I had some devastating injuries, but I think I found my true niche in life. It gives me chills to hear some of the stories that, oh, wow, we really made a difference in that kid's life. What I love about STCU is they believe in what we do in this community. That's about helping the kids grow. That's where I get my high in life. STCU, here for good.
So a 22-21 lead for the Timberwolves. As back to serve is Tullitson. Bennett on the bump, set up at the net by Ross, and Patterson. A great block at the net. And now a 23-21 lead. That block by Kaylee Buckner. And Tullitson back to serve again. Out of bounds. A service error, and now a 23-22 lead. And Bennett comes back to serve. Perez, Chavez, Williams, down. Set point number 1 for Blue Mountain. And back serving will be Cantu. Jones on the bump, set up by Ross. And Oxy puts it down. Set point number 2 coming up for the T-Wolves. On a good kill from Oxy. Set up now by Chavez, outside for Mix. Perez, Bennett, Ross. And Fandrick off the block. Tied at 24. Reminder, all sets are a win by 2. In tennis, this would be called a deuce. And back serving is Wedlick for the Storm. Perez on the bump, set by Chavez, mix. Here's the opportunity waiting for Ross on the set. Oxy puts it over. And Williams gives the advantage to the Timberwolves, 25-24. Bennett, Ross, and Jones has to set it across. And set number 3 goes to the Wolves. So 2-1. We'll step away again and come right back with set number 4 after this. Don't go anywhere.
Training is definitely making myself better, but I know that it's going to end up making my teammates better.
You have to know your teammate and know what they need.
The cohesion on the field and off the field is what makes everyone strong.
Being on a team, you know it's not just you out there.
I would do anything for the player next to me, behind me, in front of me.
Practicing day in and day out, trying to be the best me so they can be the best them. It's like a sisterhood that you have with those girls.
It's just really empowering. They're all doing crazy things. And you want to be like them and you want to push yourself like them.
Motivates me to work harder, to get faster, quicker.
Pushing each other so hard, all for the same goal. And then when you accomplish it, that's the best feeling in the world.
Once you tap into that, I think you're unstoppable.
Today's contest also brought to you by Lynn Benton College. Prepare for an inspired future at Lynn Benton Community College in Albany, Oregon. You get personalized support, small classes, and you save money. Train for a job, get your bachelor's degree started, or check out the Degree Partnership Program with OSU. LBCC. Inspired. So back now at the court, a 2-1 lead for the Chemeketa Storm, but you can never count out this Blue Mountain team. They have won the last 4 NWAC championships, haven't been losing it since 2011. As now they're trying to mount a comeback. As over on court number 2, a comeback seems to have started, tied at 19 against the Lynn Benton Roadrunners, who have yet to lose a set in this tournament, let alone losing 4 sets all regular season. And over here on court 1, Blue Mountain trying to fight their way back. And again, if you get tired of listening to my voice, you can always listen to Napoleon Dunn on court number 2, as that game over there has the potential to become something fantastic. And about ready to resume play as the Cardinals cross the 20-point threshold before the Roadrunners do over there. And going back to serve is going to be Ross for the Chemeketa Storm. Ross ready from behind the line. Bump by Perez on the outside. Set up by Ross. And Jones off the hand of Tillotson. So a 1-0 lead here early in set 4. Ross's serve up and over. Tillotson on the bump. Set up by Chavez on the outside. Waiting for it is Ross. Bennett and Patterson. Now Chavez set up on the outside and not able to salvage that one. That hit coming from Kiana Scott. And now Maya Perez to do the serving for the Timberwolves. And that one bumped awkwardly to the side, and Blue Mountain takes a 2-1 lead early. Serve up from Perez. And Patterson runs into some resistance in the form of Shriver. And Jones. Patterson, Ross, and Jones with the kill. And Lynn Benton takes a 21-20 lead over on court number 2, needing to win one more set to advance. Set up now, and down. Courtesy of Kiana Scott. A 2-2 tie on court 1. Pardon, a 3-2. Scoreboard's running a little slow again today. I apologize for everyone following along at home. And a great block at the net from Scott. And down. That hit coming from Jordan Mix. And Lynn Benton's opened it up. Now a 23-20 lead over on court 2. And wide. They're looking for a touch, but none called. And now a 5-2 lead for the Timberwolves in set 4. Set up now by Ross. And a great block at the net by Kristen Williams. And Tillotson back to serve again. Set up. And Scott with the opportunity. And Williams can't clear the net that time. So a point for the Storm. 6-3 now, official. Set up by Chavez. Able to handle the hit from Mix. Now Jones. Dug out by Chavez, and they can't salvage it. Now 6-4. And over on court 2, Lynn Benton takes down North Idaho Cardinals. So the Cardinals will drop to the B bracket. See them a little bit later. And the Roadrunners move on. Again, you can catch the postgame interview on that one with Napoleon Dunn. Over here, however, we got a good game going. As that one lands, Chemeketa now within 1. And back now serving is Bennett. Set up. And just over. Oxy bumps it across. Tillotson on the dig. And Scott off a block. A point for the Wolves. So 7-5 now, as the Wolves are trying to mount a comeback. And that one falls courtesy of Oxy. So 7-6, a very close set here so far. Serve up and over from Wedlick. And what a kill on the outside from Perez. 8-6 official. Vreeland with the serve over. And Fandrick dug out but can't be saved. Another 1-point lead now. 8-7. Fandrick with the serve. Bumped up. Set by Chavez. And Williams is blocked, and they can't save it either. An 8-8 tie. Well, we knew this game was going to be close, and it has not disappointed so far. Fandrick serve right into the net. They give the point right back, as well as a 1-point lead for the Wolves. Coming back now to serve is going to be Kaylee Buckner. Set up in the net by Ross. And Oxy comes away with it. The Storm takes a 1-point lead. Pardon, no, it's a tie now. Scoreboard is a little slow today, and we apologize for that. And that one falls. Service ace for Oxy. And score's been changed now. Blue Mountain leading 10-9. And that one, courtesy of Schreier. And scoreboard continues to be a little wonky out there. Now we have 10-10. So the official board messing up a little bit. We got whatever they're showing you. And back now serving for Blue Mountain is Vreeland. And that one off the hand of Chavez. So 11-10 the score now. And it'll be Ross to serve. Set up now at the net. And Scott. And put down by Scott. 11-all. And it will be Perez now doing the serving. And service ace. A 1-point lead now for the Wolves. Perez's serve. Handled by Jones, set up by Ross. Jones on the kill. So 12-all. Here in set number 4. Chavez and Scott. What a bump up there, and they can't save it as it gets interfered with by the rafters. And the Wolves take a 1-point lead, 13-12. And now Tillotson, the libero for the Wolves to serve. Jones. Now on the outside is Fandrick. And it goes down in favor of the Wolves. So 14-12 now. Tillotson serve. Bennett. Ross. Waiting for it is Chavez. Set up opportunity. Scott Bennett waiting for it. And Jones can't clear the net. So 15-12 the score. And we're going to go ahead and take a timeout. We'll step away and be right back after this. More coming in a close game.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For you, for them, Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
There is no obstacle an engineer can't tackle, build around, or blow up. Skilled and versatile, these soldiers pave the way, building fortifications, detecting and destroying mines, or restoring electricity after a natural disaster. Nothing stands in the way of a Guard engineer.
And welcoming you back to Court 1. We welcome all the viewers who just joined us from Court 2. A great game over there. Lynn Benton sweeping 3-0 over the North Idaho Cardinals. And we got a good one here, a 2-1 game with Chemeketa currently leading set-wise. Points-wise, however, Blue Mountain is still leading by 2 after that one hit the out-of-bounds marker. So 15-13. And back now to serve for the Storm is Bennett. Perez hits it across again. Set up by Ross on the outside. And the kill from Mix. Too much for Ross to handle. That's Mix's 9th kill of the afternoon. And going back to serve now will be Cantu. Bump by Jones, set up at the net. And Cantu unable to find it for a second, but Mix with the opportunity. Bennett waits for it. And McKill on the outside from Fandrick. 16-14 the score. And going back to serve now will be Wedlick. And now Mix off the block of Oxy. A 17-14 lead for the Wolves. And Freeland will do the serving now. Set up now at the net. Tullitson and now Perez. Jones with the attack and another point. 17-15 now. Set up now. And Perez. Great save out there by Wedlick. And set across by Chavez. Sneaky move there. Now lead 18-15. So looking at the possibility of a 5-set game over here. And serving now will be Buckner. And Jones runs into some interference up there. And Perez off a touch. And they extend their lead to 4, 19-15. And a timeout will be taken. And we'll step away again. We'll be right back. Things are heating up here on Court 1.
When it's your job to protect the world's greatest nation, it's your responsibility to solve the world's greatest challenges. This is why we search for the best and brightest, why we train for every eventuality, on land and water, in the air, space, and even cyberspace. We operate in a complex world with one simple mission: win.
And back now at court 1. A tight set number 4 here, 19-15 in favor of the Timberwolves. Back serving is Buckner. Set up Jones from the outside. Perez able to get to it and bumped over by Chavez, waiting for it. And Jones again, spoiled, and Cantu puts it across. And Oxy with the kill. Great move there from Lola Oxy. And now a 19-16 lead. And now Oxy will go back to do the serving. Oxy serve up over. Waiting for it is Cantu. Set up by Chavez. And Perez. Set up again by Perez. And it falls. So Blue Mountain crosses the 20-point threshold. They lead 20-16 now in set 4. And coming back in is going to be Scott, be replacing Cantu, and Chavez to serve. Warner. And Schreier blocked at the net by Warner. So 20-17 now the score. Back now serving is Ross. Dug out by Tullitson. And right on the corner. Credit that one to Scott. And no, they're calling it out. So 20-18 instead of 21-17. A little bit of a late call there. And that one's put across by Tullitson. And now Perez off the touch. 21-18. And they'll give the ball back to Perez, doing the serving now for Blue Mountain. Out of bounds. 21-19. Things continue to get closer and closer here on court 1. Jones just clearing the net. Mick's able to bump it. Bumped up again, and Mix is going to have to clear it. And that one can't be saved. 21-20 now as the margin gets even narrower. And a timeout will be taken by the Wolves. And we'll step away again. And it's getting hot in here. Court number 1, right after this.
Soldiers in the Guard's intelligence field gather information on the enemy using a variety of tactics. Scanning foreign communications, conducting interrogations, and debriefing friendly contacts, all while delivering and coordinating data to help allies on the battlefield or stop civil emergencies. The enemy can't hide from Guard intelligence.
am strong.
I won't give up.
I put my heart into the game.
I learned from my mistakes.
Focus.
Determination.
Confidence.
I trust my gut.
No limits.
Preparation.
Dedication.
Leadership. I want to make my team and family proud.
Be an inspiration for other girls who like sports.
Join the movement.
And welcoming you back to the Convention Center, a 21-20 set here in favor of the Wolves, needing to get momentum back. And that's a good start right there. Now a 22-20 lead. And it'll be Tillotson back to serve. Bennett on the bump. Set up. Patterson, handled by Perez. Now Chavez and Mix. Ross able to get to it. And Jones has to put it across and finds the corner. 22-21. Bennett now with the serve. Up over the net. Mix on the bump. Another bump from Tillotson. Perez. Jones. Can they save it? Yes, they can. Bennett with a great dig. And put down by Kristen Williams. 23-21 the score. And it'll be Cantu back to serve as Blue Mountain tries to force a fifth set. Bennett set up by Ross, and Patterson cannot be handled by Perez. So 23-22, it remains very close. And it'll be Wedlick back to serve. And Mix handled by Jones. Set up now for Fandrick. And Perez finds the edge. Set point number one now for the Wolves. (24-22), and it'll be Jordan Mix doing the serving. Jones on the bump. Set by Ross. And Oxy finds some open blue. And 24-23 now the score, as set point number two coming up for Blue Mountain. It'll be Fandrick back to serve, trying to tie this up at 24, as they did in the last set. Awkward bump there, able to get to it, and Perez able to salvage it. Set up now by Ross, and Oxy is blocked by Williams, and it forces a set number 5. 25-23, Blue Mountain. We'll step away again. But before we do, we'd like to remind you that today's action is brought to you by Lynn Benton College. Prepare for an inspired future at Lynn Benton Community College in Albany, Oregon. You get personalized support, small classes, and you save money. Train for a job, get your bachelor's degree started, or check out the Degree Partnership Program with OSU. LBCC, inspired. Action also brought to you by Olympic College. Olympic College is a great place to hit the field and the books. Earn your associate's degree, then transfer to university. Or slide into home and earn your bachelor's degree without leaving Kitsap County. Get busy learning at olympic.edu.
The challenges facing the country never stop. So neither does the U.S. Army. We train, adapt, and get smarter. Every soldier, every unit, every day. Not to keep up with change, but to drive it. Nobody knows what problems tomorrow will bring, but we do know who will solve them.
I'm Rick Harris from West Central Community Center. I'm the Recreation and Facility Manager. As a young kid, I played a lot of baseball, and sometimes things don't happen as you wish, and I had some devastating injuries, but I think I found my true niche in life. It gives me chills to hear some of the stories that, oh, wow, we really made a difference in that kid's life. What I love about STCU is they believe in what we do in this community. That's about helping the kids grow. That's where I get my high in life. STCU, here for good.
Today's game also brought to you by Pierce College, celebrating 50 years of possibilities realized. Pierce College is here to help guide you to student success. With more than 60 programs of study at Pierce College, here's a fit for you, your life, and your schedule, including short-term certificate programs, transfer degrees, and even baccalaureate degrees. Pierce provides flexible degree options to help you on your path, and your pathway is clear at Pierce College. Also brought to you by the NWAC. Fans, be sure to be checking out the NWAC on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram for all the latest NWAC news. Also, visit nwacsports.org for the most recent information on schedules, scores, and statistics. So a set 5 is forced here by Blue Mountain after being down 2-0 to start out this game. And carrying this team right now, Kristen Williams, 15 kills. Although not far behind is Perez. Both of these ladies have been putting great efforts forward, and they're the reason why they're still in this game. Again, Blue Mountain, the 4-time defending champion, doesn't look like they're going to go out like that. And Tillotson will come in to replace Williams as we're ready to start set number 5. And now we're just awaiting the okay from the officials. It'll be Chavez doing the serving. And we got the okay from the officials. Chavez to serve, puts it across. They're waiting for it is Wedlick. Wedlick over to Jones. Jones now at the bump, over to Ross. And Fandrick is dug out, and the kill comes from Jones. And now back to do the serving is Ross. And now on the outside is Scott, and a great block there by Warner. So 2-0 now for Chemeketa as Ross to serve again. Chavez and Schreier off the touch. They're able to keep it in play. It goes back across. Tillotson, Chavez, and Perez. Now Bennett. Set across by Jones. And that point will go to the Wolves on a 2-touch by Jones. So 2-1 now in favor of the Storm. Perez on the serve. And the kill from Patterson makes it a 3-1 game. And back serving is Jones. And that one off of Scott is going to be a touch, and no one can get to it. And they're going to have to replay that one. A referee in the way. So, no point awarded. And now an explanation being given. And we've got one now. So it will be a replay on an interference by the line judge. Set up by Chavez and Mix. Now Patterson just out. 3-2 the score now, as the Wolves trail only by 1, and they'll send Tillotson back to serve. Tillotson serve, just clears the net. Fandrick. And no, they're going to call it for the Wolves. It hit the out-of-bounds marker on the net. So 3-all here in set number 5. Set number 5 also only played to 15. And that one by Patterson dug out. And now Mix with the opportunity. Jones waiting for it. Set up by Ross. Patterson dug out again. And Williams has to bump it over. Just out of bounds. And coaches looking for a touch. My goodness. Quite the outburst there from the bench of the Storm. No cards issued, and that one set backwards. A 5-3 lead for the Wolves. So Tillotson goes back to serve. A 2-point lead under her belt. Bumped, set up by Ross. And Fandrick is going to skip across the net, and it's going to end up down. So another point for the Storm. They trail 5-4. Bennett with the serve. Perez set up. And wow, what a dig by Bennett. And barely able to save that one is Mix. And a block by Williams. And they're going to be able to get it back across the net. Chavez, Scott, Oxy, Fandrick, and it falls. We're tied at 5. A true back and forth matchup this has been. Dug by Tillotson, set up, and Williams. Another kill credited to Kristen Williams. 6-5 in favor of the Wolves. And when we get to 8, we will switch sides of the court for those unfamiliar with the game. Cantu. Bumped up by Jones. Oxy gets the point on the touch by Mix. So 6-all is the score. And it'll be Wedlick to serve. And just clearing the net, that one. Set up by Chavez. Williams. Now Fandrick. Set up again, just over the net this time. And great work there from Chavez. Mix over to Bennett. And Oxy puts the Storm on top 7-6. As we continue a teeter-totter set and a teeter-totter match, to say the least. Wedlick serve, bumped by Perez, set by Chavez, Mix on the outside, just inside. We're tied at 7. Back and forth we go. And now Vreeland back to serve for the Blue Mountain Timberwolves. And Jones across, dug out, set up by Chavez, and Williams waiting for it. Now Perez across the net. And Jones can't clear it. Blue Mountain regains an 8-7 lead. And now we will switch sides as we are past the halfway point in scoring. It is going to come down to the wire. And a timeout's going to be taken here, an official timeout, so we'll step away. We'll be right back after this with the conclusion of set 5.
The first day of school is kind of scary. You don't know your teachers yet or who your friends will be. But school is really important. It's how you learn things and grow.
Okay, I'm ready.
You're gonna do great, Mommy.
For For you. For them. Clark College. Get started today at clark.edu.
Soldiers in the Guard's intelligence field gather information on the enemy using a variety of tactics. Scanning foreign communications, conducting interrogations, and debriefing friendly contacts, all while delivering and coordinating data to help allies on the battlefield or stop civil emergencies. The enemy can't hide from Guard intelligence.
So an 8-7 score now as Blue Mountain has a strenuous 1-point lead. And now back to serve is Vreeland. And service error from Vreeland. We're tied at 8 now. Back and forth all game it's went. And back to serve now. Now set up by Chavez. Awkward set there. Jones finds a way to put up the Storm on top, 9-8. Back serving again is Fandrick. Fandrick's serve up and over, just clearing the net. Set up, Williams. Fandrick again, now Ross. And a call. We'll wait to hear what it is. It's going to be a redo, it looks like. So set up for it again, a 9-8 lead for the Storm. Vandrick to serve. Set up now. Williams runs into resistance up front. Perez. And Williams again with the kill. 9-9. That is Williams' 18th kill in this match. 9-9 the score. Back goes Scott to serve. And Perez dug out by Jones. Perez now to Bennett. Set up by Ross. Jones on the outside. And Perez waiting for it is Fandrick. Ross again. And the point's going to go to Blue Mountain on a two-touch by Ross. So the 10-point threshold is crossed first by Blue Mountain. 10-9 the score. Bennett, Ross, and Jones coming up. A good block there by Schreier. And the kill down from Oxy. Tied at 10 now. Oxy now, ready to serve. Serve up and wide. So 11-10 now in favor of the Wolves on the service error by Oxy. Set up now on the outside. And Perez puts it down. A 2-point lead now for the Timberwolves. And a timeout will be taken. And we'll step away again, but we'll be right back after this.
Before there could be a nation, there had to be people willing to fight for it, to take on the world's greatest challenges, whatever they might be. So the U.S. Army masters not only tactics and strategy, but also physics and chemistry. We make battle plans and create breakthroughs in medicine, science, and engineering. Our next mission could be anything, so we prepare for everything.
LCC has definitely prepared me to transfer to Oregon State because it's helped me with my study skills. I'm a much harder worker than I was in high school.
I had a great support base by the staff, and I've made some great friends that I think I'll carry on with my life.
I've definitely loved my classes. I've learned a lot. It's been a healthy environment.
Don't be afraid to branch out. The people here are awesome. I'm going to be in it for a while, but down the road I'll be finishing up and be ready to join the workforce.
So a 12-10 lead for the Timberwolves. And Chavez with the serve. Set up at the net by Ross. Jones. And now an opportunity. It has to be bumped over by Vreeland. Ross with the set. Jones. And Scott. Bennett. Ross sets it over and finds the corner. 12-11 now the score. Coming back to serve now will be Ross. And that one off the block of Jones. A 13-11 lead now for the Wolves. And Nix will come back in to replace Vreeland. And Perez goes back behind the line to serve. And down, 13-12 the score. And Jones will go back to serve. And timeout will be taken by the Wolves. We'll step away again. The conclusion coming up soon, I promise. So back now at court one, 13-12, the official score in favor of the Wolves. The Wolves just call a timeout to try to make sure momentum stays with them. And Jones is back doing the serving for the Storm. Set up now at the net, Mix, Bennett. Set up by Chavez and Scott. Jones saved. And now Mix with the opportunity. The block out of bounds. Oh, goodness. It was touched by Perez. We're tied at 13. Jones to serve. Just clearing the net. Bumped up. It's got to be put across by Scott. Set up by Jones. Put up. Patterson. Saved. Patterson again with it. And that one dug out by Jones. And it falls. Down from 2 sets to none. The Wolves have match point here in set number 5. Match point number 1. Set up. And it falls. We're tied up at 14. So Bennett will go back to serve. Perez. And down. Match point number 1 for the Storm. And a timeout, Wolves. So we'll step away again. We'll be right back after this.
Determination, belief, strength, perseverance, confidence, passion, dreams, focus, resilience, drive, power, will. Don't forget to breathe.
So 15-14 now. Match point for the Storm. A timeout just called by the Wolves. Trying to move momentum again. It'll be Bennett serving for the Storm. As we just await the okay from the officials. Perez on the bump. Chavez, mix. And it can't be saved. We're tied at 15. What a game this has been. Cantu back to serve. Has one service ace to her name today. Jones on the bump. Set up by Ross. On the outside, Oxy dug up. And Perez back to Ross. Patterson puts it down. Match point number 2 coming up for the Storm. Wedlick now back serving. Set up. And Williams finds the blue. Tied at 16. So 16 all. And coming in now will be Vreeland for mix. And Vreeland will go back to serve. Bennett on the bump. Set up by Ross. And put down by Oxy. Match point number 3 for the Storm. Fandrick now back serving for the Storm on match point 3. Just over, set up, Williams out of bounds, and that is how the match will end. 18-16, 5 sets, 3-2. We'll be right back. More coming up right after this.
Training is definitely making myself better, but I know that it's going to end up making my teammates better.
You have to know your teammate and know what they need.
The cohesion on the field and off the field is what makes everyone strong.
Being on a team, you know it's not just you out there.
I would do anything for the player next to me, behind me, in front of me.
Practicing day in and day out, trying to be the best me so they can be the best them. It's like a sisterhood that you have with those girls.
It's just really empowering. They're all doing crazy things. And you want to be like them and you want to push yourself like them.
Motivates me to work harder, to get faster, quicker.
Pushing each other so hard, all for the same goal. and then when you accomplish it, that's the best feeling in the world.
Once you tap into that, I think you're unstoppable.
And we're back on the NWAC Sports Network. I'm down here with Taisha Jones of the Chemeketa Storm. What an exhilarating game this was, going into a fifth set and extra points in the fifth set. How does it feel to come away with a win like that in extreme overtime?
It was really intense. The game was really high-paced, and we just did our best to keep playing through all the wacky calls and all the stuff that was happening.
And you personally, you had 19 kills in that match alone. How does a day like that make you feel?
Makes me feel a lot better coming from yesterday. I was really struggling, and it felt great to give all I had for my team today.
And you advance in A bracket play, and now, spoiler alert, you're going to be playing the Lynn Benton Roadrunners. So what is the mindset for your team going to be going forward playing the powerhouse of the NWAC?
Well, we've played them twice before, and they are a great team. We're going to have to give everything we have and just play as hard as we can. It's going to be a really tough game, but I think that if we play our best, we can take a run for the money.
All right, you can see that game around 7:30 tonight on Court 2. Until then, I'm Wes Tucker for NWAC 1, and I'll catch y'all later. Good night, everybody.